It is no secret that Helium's HNT price has been suffering and miner rewards have been under pressure. This type of volatility is part of the process when rolling out one of the largest and fastest growing decentralized wireless networks on the planet. However, all of this does not stop Helium developers from developing a new tool to help increase transparency and allow miners to better project their earnings. There is a new tool built into the Explorer that will help miners calculate the payback period for their specific hotspot based on the previous 30 days of actual earnings. This new calculation is called AHR, and it stands for Annualized Hotspot Return. This is an important tool for potential miners and the network in general. Some people are very confused by the timing, considering the current price and mining rewards, but others see this as a step in the right direction. Myself in particular am happy to see this tool being added regardless of the timing, and always think that increased transparency amongst network participants is a good thing. Despite current market conditions, some hotspots still have some really impressive break-even periods. Let's take a look at the details in today's video. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another video here on the Crypto Compound channel. Thank you all so much for being here. Please hit that like and subscribe on the way in. Today's video, we are going to be talking about a new tool here on the Helium Explorer, and it is down here on the left-hand corner of the screen, and it is called AHR. As you can see, AHR is the annualized hotspot returned for the indicated hotspot. We are going to go over all of the details regarding this calculation, regarding this new tool built into the Explorer, and how we can change it, what it means, and how it looks on certain hotspots that are earning more than others. Before we jump into that, guys, I do, of course, want to jump over here to the chart and recognize that we are just about at $19 on the HNT price chart right now. Really, really poor performance from HNT at the current levels. And as you can see, we have broken the $20 level, which is indicated by this blue line here. And we are currently teetering on the previous resistance line for this larger accumulation period that lasted throughout 2021. A break of this yellow line here, which is at about $18.50, would be absolutely catastrophic for the HNT price. And if we look over here to coin market cap and we just refresh this page, we can see Helium is at number 51, not doing very well here right now, but that we will save for another technical analysis video, so stay tuned for that. However, I did want to point that out because as we can see here, a lot of people in the Discord are very confused by the timing of the AHR calculator, as the HNT price is so deflated right now and mining rewards are not particularly very good right now. So the AHR calculation is not going to be looking the greatest right now for many, many hotspots. However, the developers and Nova Labs are not interested in making things look better than they are. They are interested in transparency and, of course, a few days or a few weeks of imperfect network stability is not the end of the world for the Helium network. The vision and the goal for network is much larger than what you can see in just a few days or weeks. Of course, this network is being built out globally, and the time horizon for this rollout and this network is months to years, not days to weeks. So as we move forward, as the light hotspots come online, as the HNT price becomes more valuable, as new partners are onboarded onto the network and data usage increases, of course, this AHR will turn more and more favorable, but I am very, very happy to see that it is here now. As we can see, we are looking right now at a particular hotspot here in Passaic, New York. It is, in fact, an original Helium hotspot. As you can see, Helium Inc. old, which is quite interesting. This hotspot has been mining for quite some time. These things are not sold anymore, but as we can see down here is the AHR calculator. Now, I do want to point out that prior to clicking calculate, as you can see here, there is actually no AHR number. You actually do have to click calculate AHR. And as you can see, there is also a value that is already pre-populated with $500. That is the typical cost of a Helium hotspot right now. Of course, it could be less, could be more, but it is a field that can be changed. So you can enter in the exact value of the hotspot that you purchased, or you can enter in, let's say, all of the cost of the hotspot and hardware if you're upgrading your antenna. So let's let's just leave it at 500 for argument's sake. And as you can see, it gives you your AHR percentage, and also this hotspot's break-even time is 3.71 months. Of course, they do make a note here that says the AHR is calculated without considering additional expenses and taxes. Past performance does not guarantee future results. But let's talk a little bit about what this AHR actually means. A pay break-even period or a payback period of 3.7 months for this particular hotspot is incredibly good in my opinion. For reference sake, just imagine purchasing $500 of Apple stock. Imagine how long you would expect it to take for that $500 to effectively double, because this break-even period is effectively doubling your investment. You have to regain that full $500, so that $500 investment will effectively double. Apple stock takes a long time, or any particular stock that you buy is extremely risky, and it has no guarantee of ever actually doubling, and the time horizon for that is extremely unpredictable. Here, the Helium Explorer is telling you that based on the current previous 30 days of earnings, which is $133. Based on that earnings, this hotspot will break even in 3.71 months. So you will earn back your $500 in 3.71 months. Now, of course, if you spent a full $700 on all of the equipment and all of the upgrades that you do to your miner, that time horizon is going to increase because you'll have to earn a full $700, not $500, and that takes the break-even point to 5.2 months. Now, of course, guys, this is a particularly well-performing hotspot right now. As we can see, it is performing above average according to the market based on these blue lines compared to the light blue lines. So if we do select a lesser impressive hotspot here, we can see that the payback period is currently going to be a little bit longer. We'll keep it at $500 as the price, and the AHR here now is 8.9 months. Not particularly good. However, still, if you use the example of a stock doubling in 8 months, it really is not bad. And of course, we are looking at this. This is taking into consideration the current HNT price. So if the HNT price recovers to $40, this break-even period would be cut in half to, in this example, about 4.5 months. But I do want to highlight this because this is an incredibly useful tool if used correctly and people understand it. Of course, they did a few months ago implement the average earnings here indicated by the light blue lines, and then the dark blue lines are the actual earnings. But considering that this calculation takes into account not only the actual 30-day miner earnings for this particular hotspot, but it also takes into consideration the current market price. This is a very useful tool for people looking to get into Helium and mend their expectations for how much they can earn in their location. And of course, some of these locations are still performing extraordinarily well. As we can see, if we wanted to select some of these blue hexes here, we can see that these miners are earning $225 a month. And of course, their AHR is their break-even period in AHR is going to be much better than other ones that we have taken a look at. 2.21 months to recover your $500. Anything after that is profit. Of course, that's not considering any additional expenses or taxes. But this tool is incredibly, incredibly useful, and I'm really, really happy to see it here. And one other thing I just wanted to point out is in the Discord, there is no real price talk or ROI talk. However, now this guy points out we only talk AHR now, which is rather funny because it's a similar mechanism of what ROI is, except the Helium developers themselves have created this. So I guess we are allowed to talk about AHR now in the Discord. Really interesting stuff. And of course, it is always going to be based on the actual HNT price. So it's all built into that AHR figure. Really, really cool stuff. I'm happy to see it. I know it's not particularly great timing considering the price of HNT and some of the rewards some hotspots are experiencing, but it is really, really good stuff. Really happy to see it added to the Explorer here. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts or any questions down below. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching until the end. Of course, there will be more videos and updates regarding what is going on with the rewards, my rewards, all these types of things that everyone is worried about. And of course, the light hotspot migration. So stay tuned for that. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe to stay up to date in the latest Helium and HNT news and analysis. Thank you all so much. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. But just like that, this video is over, and I'll see you